Building a raised garden can be a lot of work, but the long-term benefits typically outweigh the initial aches and pains. Brian explains in this week's Growing Healthy.
Okay, Jamie, when gardening in, say, the city, you can come up with different ways to make it nice and convenient for you and things, and one of the ways is nice raised beds here, right?
Absolutely. And the great thing about the raised beds that we have here at NBC 26 is that they're built for to be accessible to people who might have some mobility challenges. This bed is high enough off the ground and it has this really wide lip on it that you can sit on it. Right, right. So for somebody who is really hard to bend, this would be a great way that they could still garden.
Another thing we wanted to talk about, which is the square pots here.
My grid system. This is called the square foot gardening method.
Okay.
And instead of planting in rows, like a traditional backyard garden is always in rows, right? This compresses the space that you put your plants in. This method has actually been estimated you can grow just as much produce in about 20% of the space as a backyard traditional row garden.
And especially here in the city, I mean, that comes in such great use.
Yes.
Now, certain vegetables are going to need more space, and you actually have a really nice guide here as well.
I do. This is Square Foot Gardening. It is it's the Bible at Square Foot Gardening. This guy wrote the book. It's wonderful. He has all these grid systems about how many plants per grid. And this book is available. All our local libraries throughout northeastern Wisconsin have copies of this.
Sounds awesome.
It's really popular. You can see, you can look at how we've done that here. We have these onions here, very nicely spaced out because they need more room to grow. Our lettuce doesn't need that much room to grow, so it's packed in really nice and tight.
Yeah, it looks great. Again, square gardening, it's the key to your garden here in Green Bay.
And Jamie also says raised beds can be an easy way to keep bunnies and other pests out of your garden. And as always, for more gardening tips, head over to our website, NBC26.com.